This show is brought to you by Directory.com, the safest way to hire a contractor.
And we are back with another sad story. After this one and after today's show, I promise you, you will never watch HDTV show like you used to. You will watch it with a different lens. Clay has the details on the next one.
I know I'm going to feel different when I watch HGTV after this. All right, so this is Renovate My Family, a show that only ran for one season, and this was certainly a situation gone wrong. So the background is Sharon and Gary Rosier. That's Rosier. Sharon and Gary, if I'm saying it wrong and you're listening, I apologize. They're an Illinois family with a disabled son, and they were featured on the show Renovate My Family in 2004. So this one's over 20 years old. The early days of home improvement television. The show promised dramatic home improvement makeovers for families that were facing hardship, and the Rosier's home was selected for extensive renovations. The family later sued the production companies Fox and Rocket Science Laboratories. So here's the homeowner side. The Rosiers said their house was left in worse shape after the renovation, including a long litany of things. So basement bedrooms that were flooded, they alleged. Washing machine with no drain and a dryer vent that led out into a closet. Custom oak cabinets were swapped for cheaper pressed board. The above ground pool was replaced by an in ground pool, but the family couldn't afford to heat it. The crew took a bulldozer and dug up the family's pet cemetery. Sheesh. Windows were added to make it look like there was a second floor from the outside, but it was just for show. I live in a neighborhood with lots of new construction. There are lots of third story fake windows out there, so I know what that's all about. Um, Sharon also said that the show promised to build an attached garage for her disabled son. So as we said, this show would go to families that were under hardship. This family had a 17-year-old son who was in a wheelchair. And the whole reason they wanted to do the show was so that they could get this garage built. The garage was supposed to help him get inside the house more easily during snowy Chicago winters. They were in Chicagoland. The Rosiers had to refilm their reaction 4 times after the reveal because they were so disappointed in the outcome. Overall, the family said the home was left virtually uninhabitable and needed more than $250,000 in repairs after filming wrapped. Man, talk about being left in the lurch. Uh, after this dispute started, neither production company made any public comments on the case. Once again, the case ends in a confidential settlement a couple of years later. And Rocket Science Laboratories, a production company, wound up filing for bankruptcy just a handful of years later in 2009, had to liquidate all of their assets. As of 2022, the Rosiers still lived in the house, and almost 20 years later, had still not been able to raise enough money to complete the repairs. So, man, you talk about a tearjerker. This family with a disabled son, who they're really just trying to help him be able to navigate their home, given his condition, and really went through a tough time. Be interesting to hear what you guys thought of this one.
Well, this one hits home, and also it's very sad for one reason and one reason only. Media companies like HDTV, like TV in general, they have a lot of resources. I mean, this day and time, you can go and start GoFundMe account and raise a couple 100,000. Like the
Yeah.
publicity, like you have all the good reasons to help the people. So what I don't like about the story, so it's about look at me, look at our show. So the promise is there. So the whole promise of the show is we're helping someone, and for them to have a family that not only they did not help feels like they hurt, and the family still in need 20 years later, it's just mind-blowing to me. That's what's wrong with the world, if you ask me. We unfortunately we have a lot of stories like this, but uh, HDTV could do better. And I don't know, like if it's top management of a show, like what went wrong, what's the full story, because I feel like something is missing. But facts are the facts. You know, you have a family who applied to be in a show. You did attempt, you did the work, and you still left them in need after the fact. Like, how do you think it's gonna go away? Like, how do you sleep at night after that? I don't know. It's tough.
I think it says this one aired on Fox. I just can't imagine the family having to re-record their reaction over and over. They're like, I don't know if they're
That's
getting
a crazy
paid.
line.
Yeah, it's like, no, you have to be more happy. We're not happy. Well, are they getting paid to act happy? That's really sad and disappointing. I can't imagine that. And then we've talked about like like putting a blanket over a stain on the carpet kind of thing. They set up a washing machine and a dryer that just vents into the closet, and they got rid of the fancy cabinets for brand new ones, but that were just like from IKEA or something. It's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy that as this is going, what ability do you have to stop this from happening, right? Like, because this isn't like it doesn't happen instantly overnight. Like, this is what rights do you have on these shows to like stop things as they're moving? Because, you know, at least with a regular contractor, you can usually like, you know, stop, fire them, get a new contractor in. Like, we've covered these other kinds of cases on the show where that exact thing does happen, but it throws off the whole production. So if the production must go on, the production should have to try and make it right in the end. Like, because even if the show didn't go broke, it would be like good television to make it right in the end.
But I think it's actually just proves the point and just shows how complicated construction projects are. You know that it doesn't matter how much you plan, the stuff always goes wrong. I mean, there's even builders who've been doing it and remodelers been doing it for years. There's always something, right? We all know it. Not every roof is the same, not every basement remodel is the same. But this shows you, even when the cameras are on, there's still this nature of construction stress, remodel. There's just so many moving parts. And think about it. Crew took a bulldozer, dug up a family's pet. That's just, they just don't care. And unfortunately, in trades, we have a lot of people who are not paying attention to details, who are not thinking forward. We have builders who will wear shoe protectors, and who will do dust management. So from bathroom remodel, it's not going to go anywhere. And then we have contractors who just don't care. They'll remodel one room and you'll have to clean 8,000 square feet of house for 3 weeks because they did not put anything up, right? Like, it just shows you maybe a competency of some contractors. Because projects like this also requires a lot of crews and a lot of management. You have to be really, really good. And I hate this story. I hate the story with passion.
Even after the settlement and after like 20 years, they still couldn't afford to build a garage. That's a rough spot to be in.
With a disability, I mean, that just adds it takes your time, it takes your mental and physical energy. Like, everything is just adds an additional layer of complexity. So yeah, they're probably not of a whole bunch of means. That's probably why they were a good story for the show. So it just sucks. Like, that's just a permanent life sentence for them, which is really sad.
Adam, they're in Illinois. I'm going to try to find them. I'm going to ask my producer, Sydney, to dig a little deeper. Usually it's very hard because they protect the homeowners' information. But I'm pretty sure if we dig enough, do a little investigative work, we can figure out. I mean, we have probably street view of the house, some AI technology of recognizing the house and stuff. We'll figure out where this person lives and maybe pay them a visit. I would love to help this person. Maybe they in need of a roof, or remodel room or basement. Maybe we're not gonna take care of everything, but if we can help this person, I'm gonna do my best to find out where they are in Illinois and do the attempt. Final thoughts on it, Clay?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen so many stories where the homeowners are out of pocket to do this. This one, as Adam pointed out, was on Fox, which is a major network, and this was at the height of reality television in the early 2000s. So presumably, we don't have any facts otherwise. Presumably, Fox was actually paying for this one. So there's like the one side of that coin is, yes, this seems like a charitable effort, and it was intended to help the family. They had the right premise, as you said. But then once you're stuck in this vortex of bad stuff happening, there's no way out. They can't fire the contractor. I mean, Fox is really in control. So despite the fact that they weren't putting any money in, they also really got stuck. And seemingly didn't have any way to get themselves out of this situation, and then to learn that even 20 years later, they still hadn't been able to get what they need is really heart wrenching. And I'll tell you what, Dimitri, if we can do something nice for them, we should send the bill to Rupert Murdoch. Just send it right over to Fox, and let's see if I'm sure they'll just pay it. They'll just pay it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the two. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be either they're gonna pay for it or they're gonna sue my radio show. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know those companies, and I like. I actually want to take the words back from earlier. I think I mentioned it was HDTV show, so I take it back. HDTV, it's not your story. It's Fox. I made a mistake. Please don't sue me. Thank you, Adam, for correcting me. But no, we will try to help. And again, like rocket science laboratories, like they filed bankruptcy, so they're out of business. What else can you do? I mean, it's just for me, it's just sad construction project that went horribly wrong, worst experience ever, because they say the house, like this line just will keep me awake tonight. The Reuters said the house was left in a worse shape after the renovation than before, right? And I believe that. I've seen a lot of projects that where contractor was done, it actually was worse, because if you think that contractor cannot, some contractors don't understand. They will be hired for $10,000 project, but your mistake can cost $100,000. So it's very easy to make expensive mistake, and there's stuff that you cannot undo. Like, how do I undo that they messed up the cemetery? Like, you can't, that's emotional value for that homeowner. Absolutely crazy. If you're watching us on YouTube, comment below what you think about this story and help us find the owners. We want to help them. We have one story left for you. Flip or flop. Is it HDTV scam? We're back to HDTV show. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.